And we're live from the 313 right here in the 41404 over there. It's episode 138 of the Everybody Mad. This is a live podcast. Now we're recording on a Thursday, November the 2nd. It's also the 1016th day of the Biden administration. Also making it November. It is also National No Shave November. I just shaved, so I feel that commitment. Also, No Nut November. I ain't gonna worry about that. This is Said Love. Welcome to our show. No, well, all that is relative to like Men's Health Awareness Month. So it's stuff to bring awareness to men's health. So like you don't shave for. So people ask you why you ain't shaved. Oh, it's No Shave November, or like why you ain't. Like it's about getting checkups and men's sexual health. But
well, I felt both of those, so that ain't gonna happen. My end right there for the month of November already. I'm Kenya Kabine. Thank you so much for checking us out. Don't forget you can join and leave the conversation at the door because we are live right now. So all you got to do is leave your comments in the chat. Join us live on video with that Linktree screen that you see right up under the link right there. See, I'm trying. You see how I'm trying to like mix it all up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so the Linktree link was right there. Also, too, if you're watching right now, you can hit that like or share button. We're live right now on Facebook. We're live right now on YouTube. And we're also available on all podcast platforms. Yeah, I tried to clean that up a little bit. I don't know if it worked out or not. But
nah, it's all good. Nobody can.
Say, what's going on up in Detroit, man?
Nah, man, just working.
Yeah.
That's all we do up in Detroit, grinding. We starting to get cold. It snowed on Halloween a little bit of flurries.
What?
Nothing that stuck or whatever, but it was just like that's the kind of weather we're starting to get into. It'll get warm up or whatever. But I'm ready to get down south so I can get some vacation in. I'm actually going to PVR, Puerto Vallarta later this month, and then going home for Thanksgiving, going to South Carolina for my first Thanksgiving in the South in like years. So I'm ready to eat some macaroni and cheese right now.
I know you are.
But ATL has been on the map.
Well, it's cold here right now. So, I mean, like it's gotten freezing cold, like down to the 30s and 40s. But I love this time of the year. I love fall. I love the change of the tree, the colors. The foliage is beautiful down here. So right now, the perfect time to be in the state of Georgia because it's just gold and orange colors and brown everywhere that you look. So it's real nice. Halloween, I went to a Halloween party. Shouts out to my friend Sheena. I'm not really like one of those type people that dress up for Halloween set. I've never been like that type of dude, but I did go to the party and I was in the corner with everybody that didn't dress up in costumes. And we were all like, damn, they spent a lot of money on that stuff this year. Like, the folks, the house that I went to, they really go in on their costumes. But me, I'm just like, why I got to spend all this money for one night,
Yeah.
It's not like I can rewear that costume ever again, so that's why I don't dress up.
Yeah. Some people are real creative with it. I did see a whole lot of Barney Rubbles, like some Flintstones. I saw that, but I saw an overabundance of Snoop what's the cartoon called Velma from Scooby Doo.
Yeah, there was a lot of Velma costumes. I saw.
I don't know why. Why was there did they have a sale on Velmas and everybody needed a Velma?
I know the cartoon came out this year and they were saying that she was a lesbian or something, so maybe that's why it got real popular. I don't know.
Oh yeah, or because like the other part of Halloween is the candy part or whatever, and that's my favorite. I skipped Halloween last year because I was kind of getting on my health little thing or whatever, starting this program that I was on, and actually I'm 1 year in it. I might tell the world about it. How it kind of helped me kick the type 2 diabetes sort of things that I was on or whatever. But so I skipped Halloween last year, so I've been gorging with candy this year. But it's candy all that I purchased. I didn't go trick or treating. I didn't go anything or whatever. What I did was, I waited till yesterday. Yesterday was November 1st. Halloween is over. And those CVS's and Walgreens got all this Halloween branded candy that they want to get rid of or whatever. So they put it on half price or whatever. So I bought me a big bag of like 100-piece candy for like $9. It was like $27 or whatever. So yeah, that's what I did. Or you could you could actually do like this.
Yo. Es que yo jalé primero el letrero. Apúrate, niño. Ya no hay botón.
That ain't even our people too. I'm so glad. They ain't see that ring.
See, I will say only white people do stuff like that. They leave the candy at the door.
Yeah.
You never do that because people, the first group that comes, they're gonna take it all.
Or like rich neighborhoods or whatever. Like what when I was that age of going trick or treating, like I was just telling them, I never remember walking around my neighborhood and trick or treating for my neighbors and showing them off my costumes. Me and my cousins, we got them on my car, and she drove us to the rich neighborhoods, and she parked at the corner, and we hit those houses on that road. Got in the car and hit another street and hit that was our trick or treating. So I don't have the sort of like the experience of walking through my own neighborhood of like trick or treat, Mr. Anderson. No, who are you? Like they don't know who the hell I was or whatever because I never I grew up in a poor neighborhood. Like why would I? they gonna give you one piece of candy and it's gonna be a Tootsie Roll or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like nah, we went to the mall and we went to the neighborhood or whatever. So
yeah, I wasn't even at the house the other night for Halloween. I went to go see Dave Chappelle.
Would you have served them?
You said what?
Would you serve trick or treaters?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I mean, I haven't done it since I've been here in Atlanta.
Okay.
And it's been 5 years, so because it seems like I'm always going like on Halloween night. But shouts out to Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle was in Atlanta and didn't even know who he was going to come with. He was with Donnell Rawlings, Kevin Hart, and T.I.
Oh wow!
And T.I. performed a comedy. He did like a little comedy. Said it was hilarious. Well, it was T.I. didn't flop, but he wasn't drop dead funny, but he was okay.
Okay.
He was cool. But anyway, we got a good show lined up for you all. You got to keep it locked because we're going to talk about what everybody's mad about and talk about all the hot topics that's trending right now, like what's going on right now in the state of Georgia. There's teacher abuse in Georgia. We're going to tell you more about that. Plus, down in Texas, a teenager was actually caught sucker punching people, just walking up to people, randomly hitting people in the back of the head unprovoked. We're going to break
crazy
down. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. I was talking about my weight loss earlier or whatever, but there's this thing that, or maybe it isn't a thing, or maybe it is called fat phobic. And it's sort of like is akin to like a prejudice or whatever. So we'll talk a little bit about what this girl talking about. Plus, we got the EverybodyMAD debates. Black-owned restaurants. We got to talk about black-owned restaurants because, like, it's just been this unspoken sort of thing that we've just been going along with and just been bearing and dealing with or whatever. And we've had it come to a hill, particularly in Atlanta. The brunch scene down there has changed things, pandemic and stuff. I know inflation has raised their prices or whatever, but you can't go to a restaurant in Atlanta and not spend $250 or whatever, like easily for a couple or whatever. And like it's just basic things. Like it's just hard to kind of get service from not getting takeout and stuff like that. So one of our very own Detroiter, Keith Lee, he busts up that Atlanta scene a little bit. He's a TikToker and does some food reviews and been doing some good work for what I heard or whatever. Because this is the first I've known about him or whatever. But he's an MMA fighter that's been doing some stuff or whatever. But some good as far as helping Black-owned restaurants understand their weaknesses and strengths or whatever, and helping them kind of in a common man way or whatever. But he choked out Atlanta restaurants this past week with Milk and Honeys and them. And so we'll talk about that and let you weigh in on that also at that link tree. But also we have another EverybodyMAD debate we'll talk about with divorces. There's a divorce parties are the new rage for people now to celebrate them becoming newly divorced or whatever. But should you be celebrating failed marriages?
and failed relationships. We're going to tell you more about that. Plus, we got a couple of viral videos about a Ratchet funeral and a woman stealing an Amazon truck. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates. Let's go ahead and jump everything off and talk about where everybody is just buzzing about right now. Of course, the restaurant scene in Atlanta. And before last, I didn't even know who Keith Lee was. Didn't know anything about this dude, but like said, told you, he's an influencer on TikTok. Got down to the ATL. He's been reviewing restaurants all over the country. And what I've seen to notice about his reviews too, said, is that he seems to be fair. He seems to be very honest. He doesn't really go in on restaurants, but he tells the truth. So if the restaurant has bad service, he's going to say, yo, this restaurant had bad services. Well, he broke down the whole restaurant scene in Atlanta, and it all started with this spot called Milk and Honey that we've been to here in Atlanta. And let's watch the video, and then we're going to talk about it, and we're going to debate about the Black restaurant scene, just even in Atlanta and across the country. But watch this video. Here's a portion of it.
Currently, we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock. But we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in, and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door's wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules, and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. I walk in spots like everybody else. We are all normal people. Respectfully, if you're not gonna do it then, don't do it now. God bless you. But yeah, we're just trying to get some food. But I am gonna make this very clear. I do not support, condone, or agree tearing down these businesses. While we personally may not have the best customer service experience, that does not mean you will have the same experience. That also don't mean go on Twitter and tear these businesses down. At the end of the day, business owners are people. You never know what people are going through. The only reason I'm even making this is to share my authentic and real experience like I always do. I don't mean no harm, I don't have no malicious intent, but I always say I'm gonna be 100% honest, and that come with the good and the not so good. You don't know what nobody going through, so what we can't do is just judge off of somebody else's experience. If you like to go to these places or any other place that I've been to, I encourage you to go try it for yourself and make your own opinion. But we still in Atlanta, and we on Main Street, and it's a bunch of spots here, so we're gonna go to a different spot. God bless you, have an amazing day, y'all be safe.
So as you can see, that was a very honest breakdown. He wasn't tearing them down. He also told people, look, just relax. Don't drag these restaurants. But this was his experience that he had. Now, I've been to Milk and Honey before. The food is good, but the service is pretty bad. He's keeping it 100 exactly with everything that he said about that restaurant. As a result, though, what's interesting said is that there's actually 2 Milk and Honeys owned by 2 different people in Atlanta. There's the Real Milk and Honey, and then there's the Milk and Honey. And apparently the other Milk and Honey has been losing business. They've been getting death threats. This has been on the news here in Atlanta. It's crazy just based off of this dude's review. And
that's so weird. That's so weird. Like, why would you get mad at somebody else's like something like experience and then go to that extreme? Like this,
right.
This whole social media generation. It's crazy how we overreact.
Right. So let me just break it down just as far as, being in Atlanta and just seeing how the restaurant scene, I think the Black restaurant scene, people are saying, oh, well, he's coming for restaurants in Atlanta. No, it's not restaurants in Atlanta. It's Black restaurants, Black business owners in Atlanta. They are taking advantage of a city that's popping and a city that a lot of people want to go to the clubs, but because it's so much hassle and drama to get into the clubs, they go to restaurants and they catch a vibe at a restaurant instead of going to the club. That's why you don't hear a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm going out in Atlanta, because now going out in Atlanta is going to the club, is going to restaurants.
Getting the brunch.
So that entails hookahs, hoes with red and green hair serving you and bad service. I mean, it's out of control now in Atlanta. And what's really pisses me off, said, is that, because we all went out to dinner last time that you were here, that they add Black restaurants only. They'll add 20% gratuity to the tab when the service wasn't even good. So, that's kind of
the restaurants add a gratuity like if you're over $75. I'm like, what?
or they won't let you split up the check. You know,
Right,
it's
like you can use
it's,
multiple forms of payment, but it has to be same bill. Yeah, it's crazy.
So the scene here is very bad when it comes to Black restaurants. There are restaurants that will even charge you to get in. There are restaurants that even charge you $25, $30 to park. Like, yo, you're nickel and diming everybody.
45.
Yeah, so it's a crazy scene, and from my standpoint, like from where I sit, like it's just like I pick and choose where I go to in Atlanta. I don't go to a lot of Black-owned restaurants, and I try to support. But if I go, the service is bad. You know what I mean? Like the food is mediocre. You know what? We got somebody that's gonna, jump in. My cousin, she's checking us out all the way up in New York. What's up, Monique? She wants to comment on this right here. What's up, baby?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing?
I am good. You know, when you told me you were
Change
talking,
that profile picture. I love it.
oh yeah, I changed the profile. Hair done, nails done.
Right.
But I was like, I have come down to Atlanta so many times to hang out with you for work, and we go out. And one incident, me and Kenya went out. Should I name the place or should I not?
Yeah, you could say the owner's name and everything.
Say it.
Grits and Gravy.
You want to know?
Was it called Grits and Gravy?
Yeah, they closed down though.
So we went there, and we literally sat there for almost an hour, and the only thing we got was Kool-Aid. And when I tell you, Kenya was about to see the Hulk come out. The Hulk. Because you are hungry, you are ready to eat. And I told Kenya, I was like, let's go. And Kenya was like, all right.
Yeah.
So we took our asses to a white establishment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't even deal with Black people for the rest of the day after that. You hungry? I just wanted to go someplace where I could eat and eat good and have bread and water brought to the table without having to chase somebody down 5 times, And I think the reason why places are getting death threats is because they probably have been there and had worse experience than Keith Lee and never said anything. And it's like validation when somebody finally opens up the door to criticize these quote unquote establishments in Atlanta. You just are like, oh yeah, oh they're gonna go for candy, they're gonna go for milk and honey. I'm getting in there too, because people are just so afraid to speak up. We go to these places, spend all that money, and they charge them for butter.
I heard about that. $1 for a little thing of butter.
Yes. So
go ahead.
Knowing you're gonna need some butter.
Like next thing you know, they're gonna be charging for salt and pepper.
Right.
That part.
So he was at Old Lady Gang, and there was a bit of a tussle regarding his experience in trying to, because I too travel often to Atlanta and think about going to Old Lady Gang a lot, but like I think about it for like 2 moments and like move on because I know.
My family were at the One Music Festival. Somebody who works with Candy Birds walked up to us and said they've been trying to reach us since we got to Atlanta. He said he'd been constantly emailing me and constantly DMing me for me to come to Old Lady Gang. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. Me and my family showed up and we attempted to order before we got here. We called the number they had connected on Yelp 3 times, no answer. We tried to order through DoorDash and it said it was temporarily closed. So when we pulled up, I sent my family in to order for us. They said on the weekends, due to being busy, they don't do any takeout at all.
They do to-go orders? No, we don't do to-go on the weekend. Oh, okay, so send and dining. Yes. Okay, thank you, sweetie. We appreciate you.
Which is completely understandable. So what we decided to do is my family's gonna go eat. They're just gonna come bring the food out while I'm sitting in the car, so they have no idea I'm here. My family asked how long the wait was to be seated. They said 1 hour to 1.5 hours.
Yes, hour and a half. Okay.
She also said they didn't have any reservations available, so they didn't take down any number, any contact information, nothing. My family then came and relayed that message to me, and I decided to go in myself. We walked in and we were greeted by a nice young lady. And then I met some amazing people who were eating there, and we took some pictures. God is amazing. As soon as me and my wife were done taking pictures, the lady said the table was ready. As always, I don't want any special treatment. I want to be treated like everybody else. I pay for my food like everybody else. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal customer. Things like this is exactly why I do reviews the way I do. Just because I have a certain amount of followers on social media don't make me different from nobody. My mom, my mom-in-law, my sister, they all paying customers just like me. So I want them to be treated just like me. So I asked how long the wait time has been today. She said an hour to an hour and a half. So which I then asked, how were you able to sit me in 5 minutes? This is her response.
How long are we looking for as far as wait?
I'm just gonna set up like 5 minutes. On the wait, this all call came. Now it's whoever first come, first serve.
Again, my family just attempted to eat there less than 2 minutes ago. I then told her I changed my mind. We're gonna go eat somewhere else, and I said, God bless you, and I walked out.
On second thought, it's okay. We gonna go eat somewhere else. So I appreciate it though. For sure. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Have a good one.
Have a great day.
I'm gonna be very transparent and honest. I am frustrated. Me and my family just trying to eat food. That's all we try to do. At the same time, I am frustrated. I understand we are all humans. I do not agree. I do not support. I do not condone shaming this business based on my experience. Like every city we've been to since we've been on food tour, I go to an array of restaurants. From mom and pop shops to staples of the community to super popular to places nobody know about. And Atlanta has definitely been a unique experience for me and something I'll never forget. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, genuinely. But I'm a normal person and I want to be treated like everybody else. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
That's
And
right.
I'm not playing. I understand everybody got their own opinions on situations, but don't go leaving them 0-star reviews. You ain't never been here before. If you like to, come experience it yourself and then leave your reviews. But just leaving a review based on my experience is crazy in my opinion. God bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mo, what go ahead, Seb. What do you think about that?
No, I think he's real for that. And I think and that's just what it is. And I've always just admired like just his humbleness about his approach and that sort of thing. And then to like in learning who he is, like I realized there were other restaurants in other cities that he ain't ever had this other trouble. He done been to Detroit. He ain't had that trouble in Detroit when he came up here or whatever. Like he like and like we have some similar sort of Detroit things that go on with restaurants that they just do their own thing and don't care or whatever. But like when he came to Detroit, but he is also from Detroit, so like maybe he can answer it. But like I think it's like he summed it up pretty well, and I think he's really fair about it, and he's a good dude. Like he, like what we didn't hear in another story, like he gave a tip to a server, like $1,000 tip for that server to share with the staff, but then found that server again and gave them $1,000 directly or whatever. So he does some good things or whatever. So I admire his approach and whatever, but like he's getting a lot of backlash from it or whatever, which kind of sucks on the other hand too, because people are like, he trying to hand it down or whatever. Or is he? Let me like as someone who's never gone, and I'm not a resident in the A. Is what he said about OLG pretty?
I've never been. I don't know. I've never been, so I don't know. I do know that we did go. The only incident I had, we did try to go to OLG, and it was 20 minutes before they were supposed to close, and they said they couldn't serve us because they were going to close at I think at the time it was 9 o'clock or something. We were like, but it's 8:40.
Right. How long it take you to cook?
So that's what we're talking about, right, Mo? You see what I'm saying, Monique? It's like if let's just be professional and let's handle our business in appropriately. You know, like I don't get like why we got to be niggas about it.
Especially because there's this population that wants to support you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, I have eaten at OLG twice. But the thing is, I was there with coworkers who worked in entertainment. I work in television, you know, and you know, we were not executives coming and eating. So I do think we got expedited. But maybe the second time I went though, I don't think that whoever the bartender or waiter was familiar with us popping in. And my boss ordered a drink. It was terrible, y'all. It was, I mean, whoever was behind the bar didn't know what they were doing. It was bad. It was like a $25 drink.
Oh.
And my boss took one sip and was like, no, this isn't going to work. Called the bartender / waitress, because they were both, by the way. Called them back over and he was like, oh no, we can't send drinks back. We don't do that. And my boss was like, you gonna do something. because I'm not drinking this and I'm not paying for it.
Right.
So they called management over, they remade the drink. But I just think that the food is okay. The food is not bad.
Okay.
My favorite thing on the menu is the cornbread, which says a lot, but you know, it's good. It's good food, right? It does take forever. And again, the service was not nice. But what they do have going for them is Aunt Nora came around, right? I think having them there compensates for a lot of the stuff that the wait staff does. But I do think that, you know,
what is she doing? Like entertaining or like?
no,
Is
she
she
comes around and greets everybody.
He greets
Comes
people.
around, shakes hands, and for a lot of people, they want to just interact with the celebrity. It's like going to your grandma's house. You know, she's coming being real sweet, and then you kind of forget you've been sitting there for an hour, right?
I forgot I was hungry.
Right. But I don't think, and they have an overflow room. So I don't even understand why they still have the wait times that they do. I really don't. And I personally have worked on a show about the restaurant. I don't want to reveal too much, but I know for a fact the wait time isn't because it's just busy, right? It's just that they're not equipped to handle rushes. You know, and there's staff turnover. And listen, you know, we're post COVID. I guess everybody's having a hard time with staffing, but you got to pay the people.
Yeah.
Especially if you're charging $60 for parking and $1 for butter. You know, you can pay the people.
Yeah, that's true. That's a real good point. Well, Candy actually responded to Keith's video. We'll just play a snippet of it because Candy's gets a little bit long-winded.
Yeah.
Candy, and I'm about to speak on it. No, I'm joking. I'm not about to speak on it. I really just wanted to say I do appreciate Keith Lee for stopping by our restaurant and trying to show us love. It is very unfortunate that we couldn't serve him and his family. We would have loved to, okay? But he's right. We don't take to-go orders on the weekends, and the simple reason is because we do love and appreciate the people who come and support our restaurant. On the weekends, we get a lot of community support, people in our city that show up for us, as well as a lot of people from out of town. So with that being said, we don't want to overwhelm our kitchen by having to, you know, have such long times for the people who are actually at the restaurant, plus having to do to-go orders, because obviously that would make the wait times even longer. So that's the reason for that. For those of you, I saw a couple of people was like, why wouldn't they take to-go orders? Well, that's why. Anyway, with that, outside of that, I want to say thanks to Keith for trying to even show up to our restaurant and show us love. Thanks for trying to bring your family by. And maybe next time we'll still get a chance to serve you. Okay?
So, I mean, I was okay with that. She wasn't belligerent and she was real chill and her delivery was cool.
It seemed like she only talked about one part. Like she only talked about the part where they didn't do to go. She ain't talk about the other part.
You didn't talk about that reservation, how they
right, like how he got to skip ahead to the line or whatever. Like wait a minute, like I'm like also to Mo's point or whatever. Like why do you have a wait when you have room and certain things like this? Like him just not wanting to be treated differently. Like why y'all trying to give him driven treatment because he's got all these followers and he's on TikTok or whatever like that. So she ain't speak on that, or did she?
I'm just mad she got full glam to do that video. But just to say,
because that was actually short for Candy. She didn't really go in. That was real short. That was under a minute.
Yeah.
But she didn't address the other thing, which is somebody lying about the wait time.
Right. And that's what really needs to be addressed. And I think even in Atlanta, that needs to be addressed too. So here's a question. What do you all think needs to happen for Black establishments to be able to thrive and to be able to be great in the restaurant industry?
I think before they open their doors, they need to properly hire, pay, and train staff, period. Yeah. And work. Because listen, they work in other places, you know, like find that person who works at Houston's or Hillstones and recruit them because they got the best damn service ever.
Yeah.
Like, get professionals that work in the restaurant industry, not just college students or people who want to be dancers or people moonlighting and so, like, get restaurant professionals run the restaurant.
Dancers.
Right. That's true, Monique, because a lot of her staff are want to be in the industry, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. They don't have a passion.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. And even like with a lot of other restaurants that I'm saying, like, it's just like, why not take business classes, like really get educated on how to run a business? Because these days, any and everybody's opening up restaurants.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. I mean, when you think about it, what did Candy and Todd know about running a restaurant?
Right.
But they had the TV show, so
Yes.
people were going to come. That still doesn't know that they know how to run a restaurant.
Right.
Got some comments coming in from everywhere, actually. You can join the conversation. I think Candy Burrs just opened up OLG just for her to eat at, so she can. Candy likes to eat, don't she?
She does like to eat. My cousin Don, he checked in. He said they might not want to have seated him because they know he's a critic, though.
Especially if they're not up to par or whatever. But she said the food is good, but the wait time is the wait time worth the food? That's the question.
That's a hard no on that one.
Yeah. And see, Monique, so like, and Monique, you're up in the New York area. So with Black restaurants that you go to up in New York, do you deal with that?
Not to that extent. Like there might be some more popular places like Sylvia's or Melba's, or, Sweet Chick in Brooklyn that you might have a little bit of a wait, but it's never out the door. You're never paying $60 for parking. You don't even pay $60 for, early bird special in Midtown in New York. So that's mind blowing that people are charging that much in Atlanta to eat. But if you go to a Black restaurant, like for example, I went to Tatiana, which is like this very new high-end restaurant by Chef Kwame. We had a reservation. First of all, take reservations. That would knock a whole bunch of that shenanigans out, right?
Right.
We had a reservation. It's the hottest restaurant in New York, and we still only had to wait like 15 minutes,
Yeah, that's how it should be.
That's how it should be. And maybe that's the way you stop it. Maybe Resi, you know what I'm saying? Take reservations if you're that busy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing too. We don't really like going to restaurants when they say, okay, we're not going to accept the reservation. But the only place that do that are the Black restaurants in Atlanta. I don't know why, but it's a culture here and they think it's okay. And then what they do is they have people wait outside. Like they're going to
imagine. Yeah.
It's like, it's not even worth it. Like when
I'm not waiting outside.
But they can't do that up here.
But it's a younger generation that falls for the okie doke. Not if you're over 30, you're not going to be waiting outside.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we'll just find somewhere else to eat. A lot of comments coming in. You can also join the conversation at our link tree if you want to be on video as well, or post your comments in the comment section to both of those.
Due to a 2.5 hour wait, but if anybody in their party has a BBL, get them sat immediately.
Question, what if it's a bad BBL?
This is Atlanta. All BBLs matter. Now, we're not doing any call-ins or to-go orders, all right? Valet, what's the price?
$40 cash, $50 card.
Very nice. Okay, so remember, there's a $5 surcharge for... Tell me why boy just pull up to the host stand and talk about how long is the wait. I'm like, boy, you got on some off-brand jeans. You ain't got no bust down, no rolling, no nothing. What? You got him out of here, right? Hell yeah. Then everybody start talking about, oh, it's Keith Lee. I'm like, I don't care who he is, with your family or whatever. Ain't none of y'all got no BBL. How I'm supposed to sit y'all? No. Hey, then they gonna say, it's hot outside. Can I get some water? I said, boy, if you don't take your ass to the quick trap, what you think this is? Cheesecake? I quit. Ain't you the owner? I quit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Not a bust down.
I know, right? Hey Mo, we really appreciate you checking in. I love you so much, cousin.
Love you.
Did you want to stay on and comment on some of the other topics?
No, I got to go.
I know you're busy, New York,
but I love you. I love the show.
All right, love you too. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye. Leave your comments. Let us know what's on your mind. Let's run down some topics because we spent some time on that one right there. But don't forget, you can follow us at Everybody Mad Live Podcast. We're on Instagram. We're also on Facebook too. A mother from Georgia claims that a teacher assaulted her child and other fourth grade students. We have the video, and we'll talk right after we check it out.
Staff member as of yet, because there are no official charges that have been filed. The mom of this daughter says she's not just furious, but she's hurt because of the incident with the fourth graders. I'm told it all started over computer laptops.
It's just a call I think a parent should never get from a school.
That call came in just before 2 Wednesday afternoon from the principal at Dutchtown Elementary School, saying that her daughter Nevaeh was involved in an incident with other students and a staff member.
Can I get more information? Is she okay? Is she harmed? Is she hurt? Can you give me any more information other than that? And so the only information, he said that Nevaeh was okay and that it was not a sexual altercation.
Walker says she rushed to the school, and when her daughter got in the car, she knew the situation was more serious.
She said, "Mom, my back is hurting, it's stinging, it's burning." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Let me look at your back." And when I pulled her shirt up and looked at her back, she had welts on her back, on her lower back, and it looked like somebody had hit her.
Listen closely as this fourth grader talks quietly. She explains that the staff member got upset with students over laptops not being charged.
Started yelling at us to get out, and she hit everybody on their backs and stuff for the white kid.
This mom and other parents involved say they
That's what white
want
kids.
answers.
That's abuse. That's assault. That's battery. Like, my daughter was abused at school by a teacher.
Yeah, and this parent wants the teacher to not only be fired, she's also calling for charges as well. We have the school system, a spokesperson sent us a statement saying they are investigating this incident they call as inappropriate contact between a staff member and students there. We do know that the staff member has been placed on administrative leave.
Yeah, they need to be fired. They need to be fired, and they need to be thrown in jail for that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, don't put your hands on people's somebody's child. Like for something crazy too. It sounded like it wasn't like she just lost her cool or something that was inconsequential. Stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll definitely want to hear your thoughts on this topic. Don't forget to check us out again on Instagram and on Facebook too. Here's another crazy story that everybody's talking about right now. It is about a problematic teen in Texas who was actually caught on video punching people, sucker punching random people unprovoked. This is going to be hard to watch. So if you got if this is a trigger for you, you might want to turn away from the screen. But here's the video and then we'll talk.
Well, he's regretful. Honestly, I didn't expect him to answer the door, much less come out and talk. But tonight he says he regrets the behavior so many are now condemning online. Not far from peaceful Wortham Park, where he's accused of randomly punching strangers. Do you regret it?
Yes, I do.
19-year-old Alfred Lewis spoke with me about how he feels about it now.
You know, I just made a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes.
This is the video in question, first shared with KHOU 11 via the Nextdoor app. In it, you can clearly see Lewis striking a man in the head from behind before he turns around in shock.
I know, from the video, all you see is, the bad part about it, but what people didn't see was that I shook his hand after and how I had gave him a
That is something we cannot verify. Nor can we confirm that another man seen in the video getting punched later left on good terms, according to Lewis.
I really didn't expect for it to just go so left, you know?
I told Lewis that law enforcement is investigating the incident, something his mother and father were also aware of. And your mom's probably disappointed.
Yeah, she is.
So the news got to him before
Lewis
the
said
police
the
got
harsh
to him?
reaction to the video will make him rethink his behavior and hopefully be a lesson for others.
So he should be
Before
waiting.
you go out and you do anything that you feel is
That must be an update
bad
for this
or
story.
that
Hold
could
on.
look bad, make sure people know, or just don't do it at all.
No.
It sounds like he's on the
What?
spectrum too. That's
Nah,
what
he got to be in jail.
I hope he's in jail by now.
He got to be. Hold on.
Because again, the police. It's crazy how the news people got to him first. The reporter got to him first.
Right.
Then he even comes out and incriminates himself by saying that he did do it.
Right. He was like, I shook their hand. What? I don't. So it don't. You hit them in the back of the head unprovoked. No, there got to be another video. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. I think this is it. Hold on. This is it.
Oh wow, that's him.
Oh yeah, he got to be in jail. Hold on.
Robbery related to viral videos showing him sucker punching people, random men walking in Wortham Park. That's up in the Cypress area. Turns out Lewis was also armed at the time, according to court records, something that was not completely clear initially to those of us who saw the video. Here's a little bit of what was read aloud during the court hearing.
In this case, he initially held the complainant at gunpoint.
Wow.
Then, when the complainant refused to give up his cell phone, he hits the complainant in the head and puts him in a chokehold. The complainant advised he later saw videos of the crimes on social media. The defendant approached the complainant from behind and hit him in the head. As his co-defendant was filming the crime, the defendants laughed at the complainant when he asked this defendant, "Why are you doing this?" The complainant advised he later saw videos of the crime on social media.
You may recall I interviewed Lewis on Friday, and he admitted to making a bad mistake, just making videos for views and clicks. His bond conditions include not having contact with his alleged accomplice, the 18-year-old who shot the videos. Lewis also to remain at home between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. He will also wear an ankle monitor. Again, his bond, combined bond for an assault and aggravated robbery charge, $10,100. He made no mention of a gun when I interviewed him on Friday. And at that point, I had not investigated the video thoroughly and was not aware that he was armed at the time.
Got to him before the police got to him.
Wow. That's insane. Yeah. Well, at least he's, he's on lockdown, but I think, he
house arrest. Sound like he lucky though for being 19. Like that's assault on two counts of assault, and you got a deadly weapon also. Like you, like he lucky and he's 19.
And he's black,
right?
And he's white man.
How is this man not locked behind somebody's bars?
It's insane.
Oh, he lucky. He blessed. He got to know somebody. Or he got some money or something. He
got to. Yo, leave your comments. Leave your comments on that story. We definitely want to hear from you. Hey, we got a question about weight, and we want to see if you agree or disagree with this video right here. There's a woman that says it's fat phobic to not be attracted to plus size men or women. Check this video out, and we'll talk after you see it.
You're wrong. I think it's time for another adult pre-K lesson. What do you think? All right, turn your listening ears on. Zoop, catch a bubble in your mouth. Good job. Okay, here's the thing. Having a preference is something like, I'm looking for a partner who likes kayaking or wakes up early in the morning or loves pizza. But when your preferences exclude an entire group of marginalized people, that's problematic. That's not nice. That's not a preference. If you lump all fat people in one group together as though they are not very different individuals, that's fat phobic. Just like lumping all people in one group and saying, I don't like black people is racist. And lumping all disabled people in one group and saying, I don't think people in wheelchairs are hot is ableist. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand. It sounds like somebody just ain't getting the people to be attracted to her that she's attracted to.
Yeah, because I feel like, if
people like what they like.
People like what they like. So just to, we've seen this before where people, try to come up with stuff and, I see there's a definition for fat phobia and the irrational fear or aversion to or discrimination against obesity or people with obesity. Well, okay, yeah, that's a thing. So it's a thing, but again, people like what they like. And if you don't want to be with a certain person, you have that choice.
Yeah.
You have that choice.
Yeah.
I don't see, and I'm a big dude, and I've struggled with my weight all my life. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be the insecure dude when I was younger, not anymore, but I'm just saying all that to say that
I didn't like you. Oh well.
Yeah. If you don't like me, then you don't like me. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me, Fantasia.
You freed yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Sam. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy stuff. Trying to start this whole sort of movement around something to try and make people be okay. Because like the other thing too, or whatever, like this could be something to help you. If you don't like like there could be things that you could help yourself or alter or whatever. So use this as a moment to examine yourself, self-evaluation. What is it that I'm not doing that's not attracting to the people that I want to be attracted to me?
Yeah. That's a good point, Sid. Thank you very much, Educate Woods.
Right. I put a compliment for you up real quick. Just a little bit of that.
Thank you, bro.
Big heads.
All right, so I just think let people like who they like. It doesn't. That's anyway. We can move on. Here's another debate: divorce parties. Is it cool to celebrate failed relationships? I mean, some people do it.
Hey, what are we celebrating?
Whole party.
She's sad and drunk. He's sad and drunk. I don't know, Sid. I mean, some people.
Yes, a failed marriage has probably cost you money that you shouldn't really want to spend. Thousands of dollars for the divorce proceedings and attorneys and all that stuff to have to go through. And then sometimes you're airing out your dirty laundry that sometimes you may not want for the people for public consumption, but now it's in a public record. But some people are okay with it. That's why I'm like, y'all running into marriage. I don't think people view marriage in the same sort of respects. Generations before us view marriage as literally like for lifetime. Now there certainly was a lot of same things going on with relationships there, because we know Papa was Rolling Stones, so like, there was a lot of cheating going on back in the olden days too, or whatever. But like they just believed in that union or whatever. Like this generation now, we like when we done.
Yeah,
and because I'm just saying I'm younger than the olden days, but. And I'm unmarried, so
right. But no, but I understand if it was a tumultuous marriage, and like if you just if it was horrible,
you
have to get out of it because of whatever, and you want to celebrate. I understand that. My whole thing is I encourage people to do what you want to do. If you want to celebrate it, then by all means. Would I do it? I necessarily wouldn't do it. I'd rather spend that money. I say, okay, I'm going to go on a vacation, or just decompress or something like that. I don't know if I necessarily throw a party, but I'm not married, and I don't know, but
it just seems kind of counterproductive to celebrate something that didn't work well for you or whatever. Like it says that you make bad choices in life with your partner, or simulating something that you thought was forever, but you were mistaken for whatever reason. So like it's weird to celebrate something that's you intended for it to be lasting, but it's not. But do you? Because it's America.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people doing them, former NBA player Joe Smith recently found out that his wife has only fans page. He just found this out, and she recorded his reaction, and everybody's buzzing about this. Let's check this out, and then we'll talk. how could you not know that your wife has an OnlyFans page? Like, how could you not know?
And I think she mentions part of it on that. Oh, that's what the fat phobia people. She was still in my way.
Question is, where's?
Oh no.
Oh, that's her response.
That's her response.
I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could even talk to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, Keith. I'm telling you, yo, that's fucked up.
Wait, no, calm. But you're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going to. Okay, look. So, I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course, I'm mad. I'm just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself. So why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
I'm your partner. You're supposed to come to me and talk to me.
Joe, I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no solution.
You knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
I
knew that.
thought that I would never have to go back to anything like this again.
Beforehand,
but
no.
that's not the case right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
Everything did change.
No. Obviously, it hasn't.
No, it had to. I had to do something.
Hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Keisha. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What disrespect?
You couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out on the fly.
All right, then. But now, okay.
No,
so wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
Why is she recording all this, though?
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Well, she could be scared of what he might do.
Yeah.
And so?
But also, why do you post it?
She's provoking him, though. You saw that?
Yeah.
I've been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
I'm still tripping off this situation right here. Why would you do an OnlyFans and you're married? Of course he's not going to be cool with that. But anyway, she explained herself to our friends over at TMZ. Here's what she had to say.
Where's
Joe?
How are you guys doing?
Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So, yeah.
Keisha, how long ago, obviously we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long is the account, have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period. And, you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, you know, she wants to really put a wrench, a bigger, you know, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew up from that. I mean, it's no secret, Joe's financial issues, you know, and I have always made a good life for myself, you know.
Is that right?
Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe. And I had established myself as a singer, you know, and I came back here, you know, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, you know, other things. But, you know, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same.
I said what I had to say on it. What's your thoughts, bro?
No, I knew it was something to it or whatever. Like there's more to the story or whatever. So like it's like that back and forth, and like he's clearly cheating on her, doing something or whatever. So that's that sort of thing or whatever. But I thought they met. I thought she also mentioned that when they met, she was an adult video or film star as well. So she had some history before OnlyFans of performing on the camera anyway and getting paid for it or whatever. So like in her case, I guess it wasn't a stretch for her to return back to that when money was looking kind of funny at the end of the month or whatever. Now, I don't know what kind of lifestyle they trying to live, whatever, but Joe was a former NBA player or whatever. But like I know a lot of those folks. He's back in the 90s though. That was like 30 years ago. Yeah, it's about like going on 30 years ago or whatever. So.
Wow. Yeah, so the money's dried up. So
probably so.
But yeah, it sounds like it was just a cry for attention. That's why she was doing it. Also revenge too. And Educate Wood said she's an opportunist too.
Yeah, most definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Most definitely agree.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody checking us out. Thank you, Educate Woods, Adon. Again, you can leave your comments with us. Hey, here's another story that everybody's talking about right here. A Ratchet funeral. A mother actually went off at her son's funeral. It's one of our viral videos of the week. This is crazy right here.
And normally we don't have to say this before a funeral, but explicit
very
they cussing, they getting it in, and they ain't saying hell and damn words that you would normally hear, what we might hear in the church or whatever.
Now, mind you, see the pastor over there too. Let's go.
And they start in front of the jump.
Shanice is not coming in and go to that door. It's a time for him to grieve for
Listen
me
to
and help
Dr.
me.
Rhymes, too.
I'm his
I'm
baby
so
mama, not her. And you know it's wrong. Don't y'all touch me. This is my son. You got the cameras rolling now, boy? All right. It's going to be a church today. You know what you did and it was wrong. You know what you did and it was wrong. You were wrong. I don't want to hear it. They know where the fuck to go. You know you was wrong this too. But you know what? The woman in me. Wait for a second. The woman in me. The woman in me. I forgive you. You hear me, Miss Tootie? I forgive you. I know you don't. I know you don't. I know you don't. No, you hear me. Because you told your son not to help me when I had my baby. No, you hear me. You hear me. That's why your life been fucked up. That's why your life been fucked up. Everybody sit down. Don't tell me to sit down for my son. I prostituted and sold drugs so my son could have everything he wanted. Everything he wanted. There won't be no church today. You don't tell me to sit down. You ain't brought nothing for my son. I did that for him. I'm the only one who did it for my son. Mello. We want to have church? We're going to have church. Tell the ones that I said come in. Shanice West is not coming in. And if the rest don't have a problem, tell them they ain't coming in either. Motherfuckers. Heard what I said. What's wrong with y'all? Excuse me, Pastor, but I did my day. And people look at me, they all judge me. You judge a person, don't stand in front of me, let me speak. They judge a person because I had to sell drugs, because I had to prostitute my body. But see, when you don't take care of the kids, this is what happens. Nigga, I thank you for helping me. You did a good job, thank you. I will say thank you to you. Yes, I will. But I want to know where the rest of them was at. Where the rest of them was at. Where the rest of them was at.
Pastor don't know what to do.
This is the day.
I want your family over on this
And they goddamn right ain't help pay for shit. I'm a little woman of our choice than he was by force.
Father,
I
in the
said what
name
I
of
said.
Jesus.
Maybe prayer work.
Father, that you step into the midst.
So he prays for about 2 minutes. He's still praying at this point. He stands up there during the whole funeral. This is during the song.
Washington life. And I didn't really know it, but everything that people said about it was good stuff. So we're gonna have a solo. She let us
go there in the front.
I wouldn't dare tell anybody don't cry. Please return it.
Yeah, we're gonna post a whole video on our Facebook page, a link to that. But it's and it's so weird because this is still up on their Facebook page, the Lattimore Funeral Home. This is where this was at, in somewhere in South Carolina. I think somewhere. I feel like it was somewhere near Myrtle Beach, like Conway.
Conway,
somewhere down in there. Like I feel like it's down in there, but I got to search that and see where. But I think it was somewhere in South Carolina. But yeah, they still got it up on their Facebook page, so you can go on their live Facebook page because they recorded the whole funeral. She told them to, make sure you record this Lattimore because I'm gonna say what I have to say. They was like, oh yeah, we're gonna hurry this. No, we ain't gonna hurry this long. We gonna have this funeral the way I want to have it. And I'm like, yeah, she had to been in a funeral home because like a lot of churches, she would have been done it inside of a church.
Yeah, that was.
Yep, Lattimore Funeral Home, Conway, South Carolina.
Shouts out to Conway. We know a lot about Conway.
I miss Conway.
Me too. Some of the
but I was so ashamed watching that.
We had some of the best food in Conway, South Carolina. They used to love us down there.
They did. That was the food they called you to be Snaggletooth.
Wow. Well, looks like we are wrapping up the show. We really appreciate everybody checking us out.
Man, one more video. Here you go. There was a Amazon truck in the season of giving in holidays. There's gonna be a lot of deliveries being made. So be watchful and careful of what happens about your surroundings and all of those things because this could happen. Why the music though? It's the walk away. This is a camera view. Was that a stud?
People are, I'm telling you, the craziness of people are at an all-time high right now. Remember to keep your heads on a swivel, for real.
I had one more quick video. This is also travel season, the busiest travel season. So be watchful and mindful of, and have some etiquette because sometimes people want to lean their seat back, and sometimes like they know they shouldn't be leaning their seat back, or should they be?
Push my seat. No, you seen it. No, she didn't. She put no. I'm allowed to put my seat back. I'm allowed to put my seat back. I'm allowed to put my seat back.
Didn't we have that debate recently? Didn't we talk about that?
I feel like something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I get it though. That's why
like the seats recline, so like you can use them.
Yeah. But when you got somebody that's 6'7" sitting behind you, it makes it difficult for him. But she bucked on him, and I don't see anything wrong with that video. Like some people might call her Karen, but she's allowed to put her seat back. That's why I fly in the what's the little extra space
class? Select.
Comfort first class, yeah. When I got the money. When I got them, because plane tickets are expensive and they're actually going up right now too.
Yeah,
for the holidays. Yeah. Well,
that's our show.
Yeah. Say a good show, brother.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You can find me. I only got my stuff. I used to have it right there, but it ain't there no more. I used to be able to point to it right there, but it ain't there no more. I'm Said Lover everywhere. On Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, but I don't be posting, so don't be looking for me there. Just look for me here. Same time next week.
Yeah. You can follow me at Kenya Kabine, one on Facebook, Kenya Kabine on all other social media platforms. We'll be back next week. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay warm.